Ooh, ooh, hey, listen. Y'all be liking my videos and whatever. I like it. But by what you can see, the title being, we're gonna talk about some stuff. Let me pull this down just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna have to have the conversation. Is self-help books really helping or hurting? Ooh. I have some questions. But first, like and subscribe. You see, I said it first. I said it in the beginning of the video so that I don't forget, and I know that I told y'all to do it. Okay? Because we are family. And I need to grow, and I can only grow if you like and subscribe. If you subscribe and like. And if you really want to make my edges grow, you can comment too. Engage with me, because I'm engaging with you. Okay. Can we dive into it? We're going to dive into it. So what led to this topic? I'm going to tell you right now. So what happened was I was out and about, and I was looking at some self-help books, and everything was cool. When I was looking at the self-help books, I was like, oh, I like what I see. I like what I'm reading. But then when I was about to purchase it, something came to me and was like, Shay, you already have enough. You have enough. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to buy any. So then I had a spiritual experience, and I'm going to probably do another episode about that later. It was amazeballs. And what happened was, in that spiritual experience, the self-help came up when I was journaling, right? And what came to me was, you don't need as much help as you think you do. That was what came to me. And then it said that all these books are just repeating the same thing in different ways and in more elegant ways. But the reality is, you don't need as much help as you think you do. Now, let me put a disclaimer. I said that this was my spiritual experience. This don't mean that you had the same experience as I, right? Because everybody is different. But what I got was, you don't need as much help as you think you need. So what ended up happening was, I started to think about the books that I have. I have the 9 Steps to Awakening. I have books that give you 18 steps to becoming a better person. I have books that teach you how to break certain patterns. I have books that teach you how to just go do it. Don't read about it, be about it. I've had books that teach you how to tap into your inner being. And once you tap into your inner being and understand who you are, then you'll be able to achieve all these things. But then I noticed that I have books that teach you steps, books that teach you how to listen, books that teach you all these things. And I just laid them out. And in my mind, I'm like, wow, I got a lot of books. And I know there's somebody who probably got more. You probably got more books than me. But something like kind of twitched or clicked or went off in my mind. And what that was, are these books helping me, or are they keeping me in a state where I'm falling codependent? Let me explain. Sometimes we read things for entertainment, and other times we read things to help us evolve and get to a different level. But some of us get stuck in the state of looking for assistance and looking for help, that we forget that we have to do the work as well. Some of us have racked up on all these self-help books and ain't do nothing. Been in the same place, but we have 15 different books telling us how to get out that place. But we're still in that place for 5 more years. We're just buying more books, getting amped. And this is a cycle, right? You buy the books, you're like, man, I need another book. It's gonna teach me how to do this, how to be a better person, how to get to that $1 million, how to do this. So you buy it. It's new, it's shiny. You add it to your collection of books. So you're excited. It's something new for you. Then you start reading it. Either you finish it or you don't, but you're done. And then you feel amped, like, I'm gonna do this. And then that dies. Then you go out and get another book. Oh, this is it. And then the cycle continues. And what I was informed is, and if you're like me, I hope you catch this, is some of us get so attracted to being in the healing stage, the I'm becoming stage, the I need help stage, that there is really nothing that propels you or prepares you for, okay, but I got out stage. I'm actually doing it. So now what? There's so many of us who are addicted to the assistance, to the help, that we are afraid or we don't know what to do when we've already received the help. There's but so many books, The Secret, all these books. There's but so many books that's going to keep repeating the same thing to the point where it's like, all right, I think I just need to do it. I just think I need to do it. I personally don't believe that you need a lot of books in the sense of self-help books. But I understand how that could be addictive because I have a lot of self-help books. And it came to a moment with a spiritual experience when I realized this might be my downfall. This might be the reason why I'm slacking, because I'm so attracted to the help me stage, the I need assistance stage, the, oh, there's a book for this, there's a book for that. Well, I need to change my pattern. Maybe there's a book for that. Or I need some steps. Oh, there's a book for that. Or I need some isolation. There's a book for that. But have you ever seen a book, and maybe you have, if you have, please comment below because I want to read it, that says you have now become. And here we go. Here we go. And I realized that's not the goal. The goal isn't really for people to become. And I'm going to be honest. Can we be honest? Because you know I'm going to be honest. I'm starting to believe that the goal is not even starting. You're right. I already know, Spirit. You're right. I already know that the goal is to make you feel like you need all this assistance so that you really, truly, never fully 100% just become. And if you ever truly 100% actually become, the goal is to have you self-doubt and believe that you'll never be perfect. You'll never really be all that. You'll still need assistance. And I'm just like, wow. It's interesting because I follow millionaires on Instagram. I follow people who got more than me. And I hear them speak about the books they read. And I hear them speak about what they do in their spare time. And usually they're reading just one book. Usually it's one book, and it's usually in their field. And they have said, a lot of them have said that I've read the books that helped me when I needed help. But when I started to become, I just did it. And I was like, wait a second. So they saw the pattern too? They realized that these books assisted them in this way and in this moment. But at some point they got tired of the assistance and said, I just want to do now. I just want to become. I just want to elevate. I just want to get there now. And I realized something in life that I don't know if you've realized it, but it is a real thing. You get more assistance, more help, more acknowledgement, more assistance when you're in an energy of need, when you're in the energy of, I don't know who I am, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know how to get there. I feel like this is a big business. The energy of lack of knowing, lack of self-awareness, lack of self-help. They say that these books are self-help books, but if you really look at it, you're going outside of you, reading something that's supposed to help you with you. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this. It's not that, but it does pose a question. Are you the type of person who has an addictive spirit where you get addicted to being the victim? Because the victim gets attention. And we got to be honest. The warrior doesn't really get the praise. The one who actually figured it out and did it doesn't really get the acknowledgement. The most they get is, well, you were supposed to do that. That's what you were supposed to do. But the one who's struggling, who needs a little bit more time on the test, gets the back rubs and the assistance and the extra credit and the extra, I'm going to look for some more points for you because I see you trying. But the one who's no longer trying, they're doing. It's like, well, you should let them mess up. Then it's like, well, what happened? It's like they kind of wait for you to mess up just so you can prove that you still need them. And that's when I realized, like, oh my gosh, this might be hurting people versus helping people. This might actually be a problem versus a solution. Because what I've read, there was a book I was reading and it was talking about either 9 steps, 10 steps, however many steps to awakening to the person you need to be. And I finished the book and each step gave a clear view of what to do and how to open up these parts of yourself, right? But what I started to realize was I started to beat myself up actually when I didn't meet those requirements or when I didn't meet up to those steps in a certain amount of time. And when I didn't meet up to those steps in a certain amount of time, I felt like I had to keep going back to step one and step one and step one. And I realized that the most work that I've ever done on myself was when and this is just my truth, was when I stopped reading books outside of me, stopped going to things outside of me, and I started to just ask myself, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel so uncomfortable? What's going on with me? Why do I feel so stuck? Why am I being so stubborn? Why can't I let go? Why can't I forgive? Now, granted, you could probably find the answer in some books, because I have had some books, and I do have books that have helped me ask those questions. But I've also been a curious soul. See, some of us are so afraid of being curious about our pain and our distortion and our chaos and our trauma that we don't even want to question it. And if we only questioned it, would we see how easy we could get to our breakthrough? But what we choose to do is we try to dodge it. We try to hide from it. See, there are moments in your life when your body is saying, I just need to cry. And what do? You're like, I'm not going to cry today. I'm going to do something else. There are moments when your spirit is saying, I just need to sit down and not move. I just need to be in tune with me. And what you're actually doing is you're beating that and saying, no, I got to work. I got to get to it. And then when you have a mental breakdown, which basically means mentally you are breaking down because you didn't take heed to those moments and those little whispers of your body saying, all right, I need some assistance, or all right, I'm feeling uneasy. I'm not feeling comfortable right now. People are irritating me. Self-help books in my mind are meant to help people who literally don't know where to point the direction. They don't know where to point it, so they're looking for anything. And sometimes that's the best place to be, if you ask me, because when you're looking for anything, sometimes that's when you see everything, and then you can zone in, like, okay, I need that. This book makes more sense. And then after that book, sometimes it'll lead you to another book, or it'll lead you into, let me ask myself some questions. Because some of us, and I was this person, I got so attached, so excited. So I romanticized the victim. I didn't see books on, you're a warrior, now let's live. I didn't see books on, girl, you did that. Like, now we're here. Even the books that made it seem like they were going to show you what happens next, it was still self-help in the sense of, but you're never really going to be perfect. When I hear things like that, I always question that. Why can't I be perfect? And what does perfect look like to you? Because my perfect might be different. I might be perfect to me. And what I've learned is, if you ever get bold enough and love yourself enough to say that you're perfect around somebody who don't see themselves that way, they will be the first ones to say, you ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. No, baby, you ain't perfect. But for me, what my definition of perfect is, I'm sane. I got a roof over my head. I can communicate. I can sustain longevity in relationships. I'm good with my money, my body, and my mind. My health is great. Oh, I'm perfect. I treat people with kindness. I'm perfect. But people think you're boasting. You're not God. You can't be. But my thing is, am I trying to meet your definition of perfect? Or have I met my definition? I told myself one of my definitions of being perfect is I start to look at myself and people as reflections. And it's kind of like we see the light in each other. We're not heavy. Once I started to realize I don't want to be heavy and I started to get lighter, that's when I started to feel like I'm becoming perfect. I'm becoming perfect. And what I also realized when I was reading these self-help books, one of the main things they kept saying is, you will never be perfect. You will never be perfect. So what I started to question is, will I always be broken? You ever notice that? They're quick to say you're broken. You have trauma. You have all this pain. You're so hurt. But they would never. Nobody would ever, entertain the idea of, but you're perfect. It would cause disruption in that energy field, because if you're perfect, then you don't need all this help. If you're perfect, then there's really nothing wrong. If you're perfect, then you start to love yourself as yourself, and then naturally things that no longer suit you fall off, because you now just want to be perfect for you. But that wouldn't make sense, right? We can't live in a world where you're just perfect the way you are. There has to be something wrong, right? Because perfect doesn't exist, as they say. But have you ever seen a newborn baby who just smiled and grabs your finger? That's perfect. Perfect. Just no blemish, just perfect. So it does exist. You ever see a flower just blossom in its natural state? Perfect. Even if it has thorns, it's perfect. Why can't we be perfect? So you telling me I have to just keep buying books that remind me I'll never be perfect, but I could just keep thriving to become what? Healed? So I'm forever in a healing state? So I'll never get out of this healing state? I'll just always be in this healing state? I can never just become what I'm supposed to become? And then the question is, what if my becoming doesn't mean that I am 100% healed of everything? What if my becoming is, I just know how to deal with everything. I know how to deal with my emotions. I know how to deal with a reckless person. I know how to articulate myself better. Why can't that be my definition of perfect? What if the goal isn't trying to wash all the trauma away, trying to wash all the pain away? What if I've made peace with my demons? We have tea every morning. We talk, we chat, we cry, we fight, and I go my way, they go theirs. We'll be like, I'll meet you probably tomorrow. Okay, and we keep it pushing. Why can't it be that? Why is it now it's labeled you're depressed, you're angry, you're broken, you have trauma? As a Black African beautiful queen, okay, Black American with some Native American in there, some Irish in there, some love and magic, some sprinkle. Why is it or not even mine, because I don't want to put that energy on me, but what society says is the people who look like me with this beautiful melanated caramel skin, trauma is what we keep recycling. But why isn't it strength? Why isn't it perfection? Why can't it be that? Because if somebody can make you think you're not capable or powerful, if somebody can make you believe that you still need all this assistance, then they already got you. You are the energy that they need. You're fueling them. It's rare that, and you know what's funny? I was watching something, and this public speaker he was having a conversation. He's like a self-help coach, which is cool. Whatever, do your thing. And he was just telling everybody, like, if you want to be free, just do this. Just do this. Now, logically, you would think if people really want to be free, which they claim they do, they would have did what he said. I forgot what it was. It was probably something simple. But anywho. And then he did another seminar. He said the same thing. And I started to catch on, like, this man knows that these people are not going to do it. He knows they're not. So he's going to be there for when they're ready to come back. Because he knows that people like when people hold their hand. People like when people say, I got you. People like that. People like the assistance of someone saying, I see you're struggling. Let me help you. It's interesting because when you actually start to hold your own hand, it's like a foreign thing. When you actually talk to yourself to find the answer, people think you're crazy. How can you talk to you to get the answer? Well, if I were to talk to you, would you get the answer? So why can't I get the answer? See, that's when I started to realize I don't know if this is really helping. And I'm not saying, and like I said, this isn't me making you say that it's hurting you or making you say that it's helping you. This is just a safe space to have the conversation. Is self-help hurting or helping you? Because some of you have already done the work. Some of you have already passed the test. Some of you have already achieved to the next level, but because you didn't get a reward, because nobody was there to pat you on the back, because nobody was there to say good job, because it was a little scary, you don't know, or you can't even see like, oh, I actually did it. What happens is you get nervous and you go back to, I might need more help. This feels too perfect and I'm not supposed to be perfect, so I need to go back. Yet you have some people saying, oh, this feels good. I'm riding that wave. I'm going to ride that wave. And I wonder, what makes the person different? What makes the person different from saying, I'm going to ride that wave versus this can't be right? And I'm starting to realize it's what they feed themselves. I had to stop listening to gospel for a while, y'all, because I realized I don't think gospel's helping me. I heard one song that said, I am nothing without you. I was like, well, damn, I'm nothing? Well, damn, okay, I don't like that. I heard another one, I'm gracefully broken. I'm like, gracefully broken? I've never seen something that was broken and it looked in so much grace. I've never seen that. I was hearing songs that said, I will never be anything if I don't have you. And I was like, damn, I will never be anything. And I started to realize these songs were keeping me, and you may not feel this way, but I know those songs were keeping me feeling like I'm codependent on something outside of me. And I felt like, now let me put it like this. Some of y'all are religious. Some of y'all are spiritual. We all have something we believe in. Even if you're an atheist, you believe in yourself. That's something you believe in, whatever. When you know that you believe in something outside of you, inside of you, however you want to put it, then you understand that y'all two must, or at least I hope you understand that y'all two have to work together. So you're not weak without it. It's in you, right? And when it's in you, you understand that there's a part of you that can activate it with quickness. So when I was listening to these songs, I was like, this goes against what I believe to be true. I believe that God is within. I believe God is within and without, all around in between the crevices of my toes. So when I hear I am nothing, I'm like, I don't agree with that. I am something, I am everything, and I have the assistance of my creator with me. When I would read books that said, this is the way to become, I would be like, okay, well, if it really is the way to become, why haven't I become? And I had to check myself, like, why haven't I? What am I missing? And I had to realize that for me, it was like there was one book that said this, and then I wanted another book that complemented that, and then another book, and I got stuck in this self-help energy or paradigm or shift. I got stuck in the, I need another book that's going to tell me about me. And Spirit kept telling me it's not that hard. We are listening to people who obviously were able to tap in. And when you realize that these people were able to tap in, then you have to question, wait, if they could do it, then I can do it. If they can do it, and I know that's so cliche, but think about it. What makes them so different? What makes them so different? If they could get a response, then you can get a response if you ask the right questions. If you sit down long enough, if you analyze your environment, if you analyze your feelings, if you question your feelings, if you question your thoughts, Spirit will meet you just like Spirit met them. So I want to end this podcast. I mean, not this podcast. Y'all know I have a podcast, right? I want to end this episode with this. Question yourself. Are you stuck in that self-help loop? And I want you to, if you can, just comment, like, subscribe, share, because you probably know somebody who has been stuck in that loop where it's like you have all these books and you still haven't done anything with your life. But you got all these books telling you how to do something with your life, but you ain't do nothing with your life. Have you gotten stuck? Is this helping you or hurting you? Because at some point you have to put the book down and do the work. You do know that. At some point you gotta put the books away and start doing and applying. See, some of us get so stuck in reading and entertaining ourselves that we forget, like, oh, I gotta apply this at some point. I gotta apply. And then it's like, oh, am I ready? And now you need a book that tells you, oh yeah, you're ready. Here are the steps. And you get right. Sometimes you gotta do it without even thinking. I've learned, blow into the direction you see your life going. Blow into it. Sometimes you don't know how to do it. Sometimes you don't know how to move, but we all know how to blow. And when you blow and you breathe, sometimes Spirit will meet you right there, like, go here, go there. But sometimes when you have all these books, sometimes it can clog the communication with Spirit and you, because you have all those voices in your head that now you can't hear the voice that really matters. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. I want to hear your opinions on this, and let me know, is your self-help helping you or hurting you? Peace.